Lord, even though He controls us, He still gives us that free will. To make choices. Just like we can get up in the morning or we can sleep. After getting up in the morning, we can watch cell phone or take bath. So it's a choice. Every moment there's a choice. After taking bath, we can talk to someone or we can chant Hare Krishna. It's a choice. Even during chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we can think about something else or we can be absorbed in the holy names. It's a choice. Every moment it's a choice. That means that jiva who is tatastha, who is the marginal, who resides in a marginal energy, he can either stay in the internal energy or he can stay in the external energy. It depends on what is he thinking. Just see how beautiful this process is. Oh, you don't have to do separate endeavor. Sthane sitigata. You don't have to go there. You don't have to come here. Just by thinking, for example, today is Balram's appearance day. Just if you think that yes, Lord is bathed through different fruits, juices, honey, different ways. And he's been fed Varuni today, different ways. You can actually, just by thinking that, Lord accepts that. Just by having an understanding that, my dear Lord, you've given me everything. Now you've been bathed by all the devotees across the world today. All the devotees at different temples, different communities. You've been bathed today. Just by thinking that, we can stay in that presence. This is internal energy. Now, to think that or to have that attitude or that consciousness, one requires purification. Now, that is a whole purpose why Balramji has a bow and as a club and plow. If you are going away, then he'll use the club and then he'll hit on the consciousness. If you are going away from the process. And he will only hit when we desire to be hit. He will not hit when we are already away from it. Now he will find ways and means so that we are back again into it. That means, even though the jiva who is marginal, he has his own choices. He can stay in the external energy or he can stay in the internal energy. But the Lord, who is so magnanimous, he will ensure that he sends his representatives and then he confirms again and again, use this plow, use this club. I give you this club. And hit on the consciousness. Why? Because this is required. If this hitting is not there in the consciousness, then what happens? The mind will flow in his own way. Which is what, since millions of years we are doing this. Just imagine, dear devotee. Actually, we don't understand what's the significance of this day. I was just thinking about this. Are millions of lifetimes, the mind is wandering through different bodies. Do you know how many bodies we took? This is not something new to us. We took so many bodies. The soul is experiencing so many experiences. For example, the animals who are nocturnal, they only come in the night. Now there is sun, which is almost coming. For us, almost there. So the sun is there, but the light He said that these nocturnal animals, their experience is away from the sun. They do not have any, it's like complete ignorance. They eat rotten meat, they sleep in the day. That means the goodness, they do not act in goodness, or neither they do not act in passion. They sleep in the day and then they get up in the night and then participate in their duties, whatever they have. Dear devotees, I was just thinking, yeah, we have been through those bodies. After being through of all these bodies, finally we have this human form of life. Just imagine how much rare it is. And even in that human form of life, coming in the association, even how rare it is. Now we think that some of my dear ones are leaving me, or there is some problem at here, at there, and we become absorbed in that. This is external energy. And then again, when we hear this truth, then we realize, no. What am I thinking? This is not right thinking. I shouldn't think like that. Because I know this is not new for me. We understand. Natvanetam jatunasam natvaneme janadipaha. This is not new to me. Krishna personally confirms again and again that, my dear Arjuna, why are you lamenting? This is not new to you. No, Krishna is taking the position of Balramji here. Please understand here. Because he is using the club and hitting on the consciousness of Arjuna. That means it's interchangeable. The Lord, he takes various positions, situations, circumstances. He uses as per time, place, circumstances. He manifests himself. Lord Bhagavatam says, Lord even comes in the animal kingdom also, and then train them in some way, shape, or form. Just see the love of this person. Even though we completely gave up everything, my dear Lord, I don't want you. My dear Balram, I don't want you. And all the devotees, all the associates of the Lord, I don't want you. And then we came here. And we are suffering so much. So the Lord comes and helps us to alleviate those sufferings. And today is that day. Just imagine, if we understand the importance of these personalities, can we ever do offenses? That means, can we disobey their instructions? Can never disobey their instructions. So knowing about these personalities is helping us to come out of our offenses. Dear devotees, we should be very strict with this. I know some devotees really want to make progress in the call. Please aspire for this consciousness. Give up these anarthas. Give up these propensities to find faults in others. Give up these propensities. Become free from these 10 offenses. Never ever do this. If we do this, who will be happy? The person who appeared today, he will be very happy. Balarama will be very happy. The moment you think something else is coming in my consciousness, you need to understand, Balarama will use the club now. I don't want to go that way. This is my loving father. I cannot stay in separation of him. Now, when this attitude comes in sadhaka's consciousness, you know what he does? Pranipatena pariprashnana sevaya. Pranipata is happening. Submissiveness is coming. Through submission is approaching the personality. Who's a representative of Balramji. Pariprashnana, he's also inquiring. And then through that inquiry, which is very honest, Self-honesty is very, very important. Through that inquiry, what is it doing? Sevaya. Through that sevaya, what happens? Relationship is established with them. Now, why today the process is very dry? Because these three things are not manifesting in the heart. Now, I might know some knowledge, like how Mahavishnu manifested into this world. If you read Bhagavatam, you get all the clarity. If you take Bhakti Vaibhav, you get all the clarity of this. How Mahavishnu has manifested, how Garvadaka Vishnu came, how Shiladaka Vishnu came, how this manifestation got created, who is Mahatattva, how Mahatattva would work, and how Lord is glancing on the Mahatattva so that the Mahatattva is agitated. And then through the process of agitation, what is happening? The creation is created, and then how Brahma came, and how through the ports of Mahavishnu, how through his ports, how through his breathing, entire unlimited universes are created. The source of all of them is the Balramji. The source of him is Krishna. And that Balramji comes as his pure devotees. They come as his representatives. Srila Prabhupada directly descended from the spiritual world. And whoever follows him, they will also get that mercy. And then they're pure followers. Actually, Lord Chaitanya is so magnanimous that it is only through his causeless mercy this truth is being revealed. Dear devotees, all the 999 other Kali Yugas which are there in one day of Brahmaji, all those 999 Kali Yugas, you will not see these pastimes of the Lord. Lord killing, Talambasur, Dhenukasur. These things are not there. There is access to Vaikuntha Lokas in the other 999 Kali Yuga. That means technically, if there is no access in Kali Yuga, do you think there is access in Satya Yuga or Treta Yuga or Dwapara Yuga? No, there is no access to any of those things. You know what's going to happen? If we do not take up this process of Krishna consciousness very seriously to the heart, we will degrade our life. We are already fallen. We will become more and more fallen. Do we want to take that route? I always think about this. Arey, the Lord is so merciful. He's giving so much. On the other side, he also has hellish planets. Why is that? Just like if the student is not hearing properly, what does the student do? What does the teacher do? She will give punishment. She will beat the student. Yeah, in America, that is not there. That is another thing. So don't want to go into that. So the teacher will punish the student. Through the punishment, the student will learn. So likewise, Lord teaches us through his associates and through these hellish planets. He teaches us. He teaches us don't do this. So the consciousness it is there. In the consciousness it is there. That's when he comes back again from hellish planets, he will not repeat the same mistake. But through the conditioning, it is so conditioned that he will learn other bad things. That's how he's completely staying here. We are completely staying here in this world again and again, again and again. And then just imagine when the access is removed, when the access to Goloka is removed in the next Kali Yuga, that means how important this life becomes. How important this life becomes. And in this life, through our conditioning, we have so many attachments. Now, what does Balramji do? He will again use his club and hit those attachments so that these attachments are removed. And then again, he will only hit when we desire to be hit. When we aspire for that attachments to be removed, then only he will come. Otherwise, he will never manifest. That's why when one follows the instructions of the acharyas and the pure devotees, and what happens is, for spiritual master, what happens is, that is the moment Balram is descending. Otherwise, every year Balram festival will come. Every year we do some activities. Every year we do some abhishek. Every year devotees will all come together, honor some prasad, and then go back. But the heart transformation will not happen. This is very interesting. There's always atonement. This is a beautiful example where Parishad Maharaj is actually asking Sukadeva Goswami, what's going to happen to these people in this world where the desire to sin is not removed? And then they go and then they confess that please help me, please help me, please help me. What's going to happen to these people? Then immediately Sukadeva Goswami, he gives the answer. Let's say there is a forest fire and all the trees are burned down. After some time, the trees will come back again. Why? Because the root is safe, protected. There's no problem in the root. The root is still working. Still, there is life in the root. Through that root, again, the tree would sprout. So that doesn't matter, even if the trees are burnt off, it will come back again. So likewise, if the desires are there within the consciousness, they come back again. For example, if I have a desire to sin, then I'll do it again. Even though if I'm hearing from other personalities, but I do not have that eagerness to come out of it, then again what happens? Again those attachments will sprout. Again we say, oh, green card, again we say citizenship. You are not green card, you are not citizen. You're citizen of not US, you're citizen of Goloka. You know what? You're citizen of what? Citizen of Goloka. You're not citizen of America. You're citizen of America only in this life. If this life is gone, your citizenship is gone, your green card will be thrown away, our body will be thrown away just like that shit, after a day, nobody wants to keep the dead body. They want to throw away that body. You know how smell it will come, how much smell it will come? Actually, in villages, they will not even wait for a few hours. Come on, come on, come on, let's take this body. But these days, it's becoming, we don't realize this actually. I don't know how many lifetimes we have to take this to realize this. This one simple thing. But the thing is, we are absorbed in that only. I want my green card, I want my citizenship, I want to settle here. I want everything should be good. I really don't understand because this is our desire, so Balramji will never come. Please understand, Balramji also has his own free will. Just like we have our free will, he also has his free will. When our heart is not congenial to that environment, why will he come? What is the point? Now he will provide those environments so that we all come to that state through the process of Shravana and Kirtana, through the process of association. But if you are not taking that core to the heart, then why will he come? This is the reason we do offenses. Because why? It's an interesting question. Why we do offenses? 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Why is this happening? Because of our attachments. Because we have our attachment, those attachments are so strong, just like the roots which are there, even though the trees are burned, still the tree will come as a small sampling. Why? Because the root is there. Likewise, the root is our attachments. Even though Balramji is trying to hammer that through the club, but it is not working because our attachments are very strong. But when we continue to hear again and again and again and again and again and again, there is a hope and a chance that, my dear Lord, I'm fed up of all these things. I see this is the only hope. Now you ask this question, who is actually the real protector in our life? Is our husband, our wife, our children? Do you think that the children will protect us? Forget about protection. If they speak to us, that would be great in the future. There's an article where they say the children and then the parents, they do not have correlation anymore. they're telling that the relationship between the children and then the parents, it's becoming a big gap. And then they're reiterating it is through the advancement of the society. Even in America, dear devotees, 50 years back, things were not like this. Things were not like this. They had good relationships, but now it's all fading off. Why? Because parents became more abusive towards the children. They're not understanding the heart of the children. And then going away, straying away from this process. So, Kali, as it is progressing more and more, you'll not see improvements, rather, you'll see degradation. That's how Kali will prevail more and more, because that is the nature. And today is a day to pray, my dear Lord Balram, I have so many attachments. Please kill those attachments. Please remove. Please remove those material attachments so that I can be fixed up in your attachment through your representatives. Please, please help me. This way to pray. And then there is plow, which we did not even discuss. There is a specialty why plow was being there, why plow is there to Balramji. We'll discuss about that tomorrow. It's very important, dear devotees. Everything there is a reason. This creation, why this world is created? To correct our mentality. That is the only intention, actually, creation of this world. Why Lord has to do that glance of the Mat-tattva? Why he has to glance for this? Because there are so many rebellious souls completely away from the Lord. So for that, what does the Supreme Lord do? He would create various situations and circumstances so that this rebellious attitude is purified. And once the rebellious attitude is purified, then we will follow the instructions of the spiritual master, which is the third. That means we will never commit any, we will always follow, we will never disobey his instructions. This is the route. We need to aspire for this consciousness. When this is established rightly, then our scriptural reading will be good, scriptural hearing will be good, so our chanting will be good, our honoring Krishna Prasad will be good. Everything, every action which we do, it will be good. This has to be addressed. And Balramji descended for that. And when you pray for, when we pray to Lord Balramji on this day, he will help us. For sure. He will give more and more association. Sincere. Because through that sincerity, one will actually elevate one's consciousness. Sincerity is required dear devotees. It is very, very important. Hare Krishna. I don't know, time flies. I'll stop here. Thank you all very much. Once again, I wish all the best on this particular day. Happy Balram Purnima. My best wishes to all of you. Please have this prayerful mode. Please have this attitude. Stay together. Have this, cultivate this consciousness and then move forward. Hare Krishna. Anyone would like to add anything? Otherwise, we'll quickly end it here.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, uh, as you mentioned about that, just eliminate those habits what we have, like blaspheming others, and it's very important for our bhakti, Prabhu. So, Prabhuji, so if someone like try to blaspheming the devotees, sometimes glorifying someone and blaspheming some others, and pointing towards negative attitude of someone, like how to avoid those like a discussion, Prabhuji, like I mean not discussion, like how to like change the topic, like it's kind of, it sometimes irritates me, Prabhuji. So how can I just get rid of that? Like, should I not associate with those type of situation, or just?
Actually, do not dwell in those situations. Because what happens is, I'll tell, Dhyayato Vishyapunsa Sangasya Subhajayate. Whatever we dwell, that is what we aspire for that. For example, if you are taking that association tomorrow, we will also do. We will also commit that. So it is frustrating for us, that is good. Because the process of Shravana will work. Because this is a medicine which you are taking every day in the morning. This would work. Obviously, the people who are blaspheming, they are not taking. For sure, I know they are not hearing. Because the core reason is they are not at fault actually. It is only the attitude is wrong. So we, if they are trying to find faults with others, it is their lack of awareness, lack of understanding of not taking the process core to the heart and not hearing. So what we should do is we should either change the topic or just go away from that situation. Some way, shape, or form. And if you do that twice, then he will understand. He will not repeat it third time. So you should either go away from that when he does that, or you should change the topic. If he is not changing the topic, you should go away from that place.
Yeah.
See, we are not here to cultivate that kind of relationships. If the person is still adamant, is still doing it, and if it is affecting others also, then we should report to the authorities. We should tell. If the authorities are not doing anything, then we should simply, you know, do not take that association.
Yes, Prabhu, with respect and
Yes, with respect, we are not offending him. We are not doing anything, but we don't want to take that association. Why you want to take that association? We're already we ourselves we have so many anarthas in the heart. Why we should take that? It is like pouring ghee in the fire. Already anarthas are there. The
yeah.
process of hearing is actually removing that slowly. But when we are pouring the ghee, again it will rejuvenate. It will reactivate. We should never take that kind of association. Stay away from that.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's very true. Nicely.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Amma. Anyone else would like to add anything? Today, pray to Balramji for this consciousness. I know that is not just your question, a lot of people's question. I know.
Yeah.
Because I've been through those situations. I understand how Krishna consciousness would work. So those are all situations. Why Krishna is giving us that situation to depend more, to take his more, to take the lotus feet of
Yeah.
his, to take his shelter more and more. So use this day, pray to the Lord profusely. If possible, take leave, then be absorbed. Try to hear more and more. Try to read the scriptures and pray. Pray to the Lord. I wish I could take leave today, but I have to work. So that's what we need to aspire for. Do that. Oh, Amma, Krishna, Balramji is there with us right now. All he's watching is watching whether we are cultivating that consciousness or not. because he's there to train us, he's there to help us. So he comes through spiritual master, he comes through Vaishnavas, and he will help us. Should be ever grateful. And then these are all tests in our life that can be taken care. So again, I say, do not take that association. I know a lot of devotees in my initial days, when they are talking about other devotees, I go away from that place. And then they used to tell me, Neil Govinda Prabhu, he will not hear other people's. No, that person told me he will not hear, he will simply go away. He became my friend later. Now, he understands when he comes to me, he will not speak that. He might speak with somebody else, but he will not speak with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Yes, Prabhu. That happened. That happened. But yeah,
That will
it
come.
happened with someone else, like not directly with me, but with
Yes,
Hare Krishna.
that will come.
Much Prabhu. So those are the practical struggles in this,
Yes,
in the bhakti path, Prabhu.
actually, struggles are good for us
Yeah.
because through struggles only we take more and more shelter.
Yes.
Because we understand the nature of the mind. Because mind is always dwelling in that only. We understand that. And we move forward. Thank you, Amma, for bringing that up. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
It
Hare
is not just helping you, it will help others also. Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to add?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then Namal Krishna Shri Prabhupada.
Subhash.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, on this auspicious day. You've given us a wonderful message of how to inculcate Krishna consciousness by mercy of Lord Balram, and also how we can try to induce Krishna consciousness, like removing the anarthas, like how Lord Balram, removes, the weeds like Pralambasura and Dhenukasura you mentioned, right, Prabhuji? Same way. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Subhash Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you all very much. If I spoke anything wrong, please excuse me. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Shri Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Yeah. So it is Neil Govind Prabhuji ki jai. All.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Shri Prabhupada ki jai.